So I'm gonna start here with a white onion. Dice this up very small. Chopped garlic. In with the onions. All right, so we have a large saute pan heating up on medium-high heat and lots of olive oil. I reduce the heat down to medium-low and we go in with the onions and garlic. Salt and pepper. This is arborio rice. This is the rice that is used for traditional risotto, and you can find this just in any grocery store. So, I'm not measuring anything. The way that I was shown is to go with the feel. So the risotto gets roasted in the olive oil, and we want to cook the grains, and that really gives us that fluffy finished product. So the grains have been roasting for about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm going to blast the heat up to high. And this is where we deglaze with white wine. And you want to find a dry white wine. It's very important for this traditional recipe. So we still have this on high heat. We want to reduce the wine down to almost dry. This is where we're going to start the process of cooking the risotto, and we're going to turn this down to kind of medium-low heat, maybe closer to medium. And here, I have some chicken stock that I've been heating up. And what we're going to do is we're going to slowly start feeding the risotto with the hot chicken stock. We want to control the temperature so that it's low enough to continue the process, but we don't want to boil the stock because we don't want to evaporate it. We want it to absorb into the grains, and that's exactly why we're feeding it a little bit at a time. And it's also very important that the chicken stock is hot and that has been brought to a boil, because we don't want to stop the cooking process. When we add the stock, we want to continue that progression. We have this on low heat, a very nice simmer, and every once in a while we're going to be feeding this. It's when you see the liquid starting to dry up that you want to keep going in with the hot stock. And the hot stock is also going to extract those natural starches in the grains and really start to develop that really creamy texture of the risotto. We're looking for a tender rice, but we still kind of want a little bit of bite, and that is what is referred to as al dente. So we're really, really close. This is just gonna go for another couple minutes. One last splash of stock just to keep some of that liquid. This is Parmigiano Reggiano, and we're gonna be grating this. We want to use quite a bit, and we're going to be finishing the risotto with this. So in Italy, they don't use cream or butter to finish the risotto. It's olive oil and Parmesan. Perfect. So on this last stage, the rice is cooked exactly how we need it. There's still a little bit of liquid in the pan, and we're going to add the Parmesan. Off the heat. This Parmesan is like gold in Italy. It really gives that salty flavor, and it does have its own natural sweetness. It's gonna melt into the risotto and bind everything together and create that creamy finished dish. See, this is perfect. It's really creamy, but with the starches, it's held together very nice. This is perfect. So that's exactly, you know, when you have the perfect consistency where it holds its shape, but it kind of starts to flow a little. Italian parsley. Do some Parmesan curls, so I have a peeler. We have a fresh truffle here. Now, obviously this isn't necessary, but I just so happen to have one laying around. And in Italy, you'll often be walking down the back alleys next to a little bistro, and you'll smell that truffle, and this is really authentic. So we're gonna shave this black truffle. To really add that finishing authentic touch, I'm going to drizzle some extra virgin olive oil. And this, my friends, is a traditional Italian risotto.